So I think we should start this webinar. I would like to welcome you all. Please, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Our speakers today will be Lasse Bojsen and Rikke Boeg. They are teachers at Alminderschool in Kolding, Denmark. And as you've already seen before, I think they are going to talk about how to deal with dyslexia in the classroom. So I assume that the teachers among you know that every country, every school sort of seem to have their own approach. So maybe we'll learn a few things this afternoon. I'd like to hand over now to our Danish presenters. So please go ahead.
Thank you, Lise. Yes, we already went over the rules. First off, in Denmark, we have a very extensive test system. We screen for dyslexia in grade 0 when they're 6 years old. And if you are at risk of being dyslexic, we do extensive teachings to try to pick up those that are falling behind. So we have a focus on dyslexia from grade 0. If a pupil is flagged for dyslexia, then we test them at the end of the 3rd grade. That's around March in the 3rd grade. We test them. When we test pupils, we get a result of red, yellow, or green. So we categorize all our reading students as red, yellow, or green. If you are green, then you are not dyslexic and you are just treated as any other normal pupil. If the results are that you are yellow, that indicates that you have some phonological issues and you will be provided with some help. If the test says that you are red, that means that you are dyslexic. What does that mean? That means that the reds and yellows are offered help. In the 8th grade, we retest some of the yellow students. If they are not showing sufficient signs that the help is helping them, then we are retesting them to see if they have been schooled enough to pass the test, or if they now show up as reds. Yeah. If, on the other hand, you are red, you're not tested again. It's not possible to fake a red status. From the 4th grade, we teach what's in Danish is called LST. It roughly translates to English into reading writing techniques. And we simply regard it as a part of the pupil's pencil case. We use the Google extension Into Words. That program has a spelling function that guesses words, and it even when you spell terribly. I'll try to share something with you here. It can read text out aloud to you.
Welcome to our little presentation.
And then as you write on, it will come up with word suggestions, and you are presented with a list of words, and you can try your best guess and listen to the word suggestions. You see, I'm doing a horrible job of spelling here.
Christianity. Christopher. Christmas.
So that means that that the dyslexic pupils, they can read because they can have the computer read to them, and they can write because the computer guesses words for them, and they can listen to the words that they're trying to write. The program can even help the pupils discover new words and phrases because it can guess complete phrases out of context. If you've tested red or green, you're allowed to have everything read aloud to you. That happens through a thing called OCR, optical character recognition. That makes every document readable to the machine. So you can even take a picture of text and the program can read it aloud to you. And I think I have an example of that as well. You can see I'm highlighting the text that I want read. I just went to a random page on the internet.
Yeah.
Kali for International Stadium, Germany, Japan 1-2.
So when he does pick up, he reads rather fast, but the students get used to it. And another example.
Dramatic day sees wins for Japan, Spain and Belgium.
Yes. We try to integrate the pupils' phones because this program also has an app on the phone, so they can scan everything and have it read aloud to them. It could be bus times at the bus stop, or a poster they see, and their math books as well, if they need that read aloud. These tools are allowed in all subjects because dyslexia should not hold anyone back. That means that their phones become reading glasses and listening becomes reading. We also hold extensive courses for the parents and teach them to use these tools so they are able to assist their children with homework and learning to read and write like any other parents help their children with homework. Then we send the pupils back to the classroom on equal terms with their peers. And Rikke also follows them and keep them updated on how it works and how to use it. In high school, in the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, we work towards the final exam, where LST is allowed for the red pupils. That means that Rikke attends the final exams as support for dyslexic pupils. They are allowed 1.5 times the time on the exam, and then they score roughly the same grades as their classmates. They are within the same spectrum of grades as their classmates. And then we have a little video here.
Hello. I've got a new little helper and it's a big help. It helps me getting into the world of words. Well, that's probably why it's called Into Words. I can have a text read to me, a text already on my tablet or on the internet. Well, actually any text. And if I have a text page, I just use my tablet to take a picture of it and scan it with the built-in scanner. And it helps a lot of persons all over the world to read PDFs.
Hans Christian Andersen was a Danish author and poet.
Even with reading strategies. Or I can use the word predictions, where the suggestions almost seem to read my mind, for they always come up with the word that I want to write. It even gives me the next word I want to write. And I can hear the word before I let it pop into my text. Into Words is reading and writing made easy.